Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is What If Naruto was in Uchiha Part 2. We'll get straight into it, no recap, because if you want a recap, you gotta go listen to the last part. And plus, if you watched the first part, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why you're watching the second one first. Well, if you're watching the second one first, I'm not sure why. But anywho, no recap. Because it's only been 16 hours since I did the first part, and I'm pretty sure everyone that watched it remembers what happened at the end. So Kakashi starts off his fight against Zabuza and does really well, even without the Sharingan at the beginning, but then he had to use it because of the mist getting even thicker. And Naruto and Sasuke and Hinata all had dojutsus, even though Sasuke doesn't know about Naruto's. And Naruto couldn't really activate it because he doesn't want to show anyone. Tsuki knows about it because Tsuki is Naruto's lover. Of course, no, not now. But the ship is happening. They both like each other. It's pretty obvious since Naruto did all this. And just saying, if some people were wondering what would Hayashi say, Hayashi really didn't even notice, because by the time he actually woke up, everyone in the Hyuga compound woke up. Tsuki was already on her mission, and yeah, so they just thought that she went on the mission. Anywho, now Kakashi actually is about to slip, but Naruto, struggling to see, he actually still is just barely able to see that little puddle in front of Kakashi where he is about to make his next step. And Naruto says, "You guys wait here." And basically what he does is that he body flickers in front of Zabuza, and Kakashi's like, "Naruto," and Naruto's like, "You should look where you're stepping, Kakashi sensei." And then basically what Naruto does is that he actually trips Zabuza and kicks him away, so Kakashi doesn't really need to keep running, because Zabuza keeps blocking and then jumping backwards, which makes Kakashi run a bit more. Anywho, and then Naruto's like, "Look, there's a puddle here. If you slipped, you could have died there. You just could have sliced you in half. Do you know that, Kakashi sensei? You should be more careful. I know it's not your fault, it's just the heat of the moment, but you can take care of the rest, right?" Anywho, Kakashi was like, that kid. But this was enough time for Zabuza to change his plan, and what he did is that he actually surrounded Naruto and Kakashi with the clones, water clones, which actually kind of scared Tsuki, because she was worried for Naruto's well-being, and Sasuke's like, "Holy damn, what they're gonna do now?" And basically Naruto and Kakashi are like, "Hey Kakashi sensei, you know this is dangerous, right?" And Kakashi's like, "Yeah, I think we might need the help of the others." And Naruto's like, "Alright then, you can take care of these lot, right? For a few minutes. For a few seconds, in fact." And Kakashi's like, "Wait, what?" And Naruto not teleports, body flickers away, because Naruto is now the next Shisui. Anywho, he body flickers to Tsuki and Sasuke, and he's like, "Alright." He makes a clone to protect Tazuna, and then he actually takes him, Sasuke, and Tsuki actually now form a little triangle, and Tsuki is actually in the middle, and Tsuki's like, why am I at the front?" And basically Naruto's like, "You'll be our ace. You'll be taking all of them out by hitting them in the chakra points, and we will be defending. Understood?" And basically all three of them really had to go at the same speed, because if one of them was faster, then it would ruin the whole entire plan, because then it would actually get all four of them killed, even Kakashi maybe. But of course Tsuki can actually keep up with Naruto's average speed, even Sasuke can. Anywho, altogether they're actually able to become a bit like a vanguard, but if you guys want to know what I mean. Anywho, they're able to destroy most of the clones, and Kakashi is able to take care of the other two left, and the last one is Zabuza's real self. And what happens next is that Naruto, Sasuke actually have the same idea, and what they do is that they both do a fireball jutsu. Sasuke was kind of confused on how Naruto did and when did he learn, and he really thought that only Uchihas usually use this technique, but he was wrong. And then the two fireballs actually collided with each other, and sorry guys, got something in my mouth there, and they collided with each other, and they actually formed a massive fireball, which actually kind of made Zabuza open his eyes and says, "Holy damn, I'm going to get destroyed." And Tsuki's like, "Wait, what the hell?" And Naruto's like, "Damn, Sasuke, you got some power in that." And Sasuke compliments Naruto's one too, is that like you don't. And now that the fireball's heading towards Zabuza, this is when Haku actually steps in, and Haku, wearing his mask, what he does is, just saying, Kakashi had to get out of the way as well because he was about to get hit too. Anywho, Haku actually comes in the way, and what he does is that he creates a massive ice wall, which actually fully protects Zabuza and himself. Zabuza is actually really tired, and Haku helps him and leaves. And the ice wall wasn't even fully melted. It was still melting. It was a bit watery. A lot of water came out of it, to be honest. A lot of it got melted, but there was still a lot of it left. So 50-50, anywho. And Naruto and Sasuke weren't even too surprised about Haku taking Zabuza. They don't know it's Haku, someone taking Zabuza. They were more surprised that the technique he used, he made an ice wall, and the ice wall it was so cold that was able to withstand their both two fireball jutsus combined. And Naruto's like, "Damn, this guy must be strong." And then Kakashi's like, "That must have been Zabuza's subordinate. If he actually came in and helped him earlier, we might have been all dead by now." And then basically Tarzan actually comes in and says, "I'm so sorry, this is all my fault." And then Naruto's like, "It's fine, sir. It's not your fault. It's Gato's fault. We shall execute him afterwards." Because Naruto did hear about, Naruto did ask a bit more about Gato, and Tazuna actually explained a bit more. He didn't tell him about his family, anywho. Then Kakashi actually collapsed, and Naruto's like, "Hey, Kakashi Sensei, you're right." And then Kakashi explains that it's because of Sharingan, and Tazuna helps him up, and they go to his place. On the way, Sasuke actually starts basically interrogating Kakashi and saying, "How do you have the Sharingan? Explain. Who gave it to you? How did you get it? Or are you even an Uchiha?" Because I've never seen an Uchiha with white hair. Then Kakashi explains that it was given to him by a friend of his who died in a mission a long time ago during the Third Great Ninja War, and as a gift for him becoming Jonin. He actually, and since everyone got him a gift for becoming Jonin at such a young age, he was the last one to not even give one, and then he died. So since most of his body got crushed, he basically explained a lot of the story, not who he was or anything. He was just explaining that his friend got crushed by a boulder, and his best friend got crushed by a boulder, and the other half that was remaining had a Sharingan. Well, he had both Sharingans. Whatever, you guys understand. I'm not good at explaining. I didn't write that well. You hear those sirens? That's how you know I live in a bad area. It's not safe in my area. I'm joking. Anywho, I can't go out at night. That's for sure. Like I used to in Italy. Well, I used to go with my parents, but nighttime is dangerous in England. Anywho, Naruto now arrives at Tazuna's place, and what happens now is that Kakashi rests up and tells them that Zabuza's probably gonna come back for a rematch, so they have to be trained this time. I know they're already really strong, but they have to train even harder, especially because now it's going to be someone that they know could use an Ice Kick Genkai is on their side. Anywho, Naruto's like, "Alright, Kakashi Sensei, so will we start our training tomorrow?" And Kakashi's like, "Yes." And then the next morning they actually do tree walking, and Naruto already knows it but fakes that he doesn't, because he knows that Sasuke kinda has a lot. Well, he's really prideful, so he just fakes that he doesn't know it. Even Tsuki actually wasn't too good at it, and Naruto actually helped her out. And of course, even Sasuke got helped by Naruto, even though he didn't want it. Naruto still gave him tips. Anywho, goddamn freaking car busting out music at this time, so loud. Anywho, Naruto and Team 7 actually learned tree walking really fast. Tsuki actually became a master of it within a day, and Kakashi was really impressed, and he started teaching them water walking, which Naruto hasn't actually got to yet. And now that they actually take a few more days, Tsuki actually learns much faster than Naruto here, because Naruto really thought that he could do it easily, and it wasn't working for him for some reason. Even though he's a prodigy, still his chakra is kinda distorted, and Naruto took a bit longer, and in the end he still met up with the Haku and became friends with him. I was about to say her for a moment, but remember, it's a trap, guys. Definitely didn't get baited when I was a kid. Definitely wasn't my crush until I realized it was boy. It wasn't, guys. It wasn't. Please, I'm not gay. Anywho, no offense to gay people. Like, I'm alright. You can, yeah, bro. Gay action is fine. It's fine, bro. It's probably it's 2020. Anywho, what am I saying? Naruto still met Haku, but in the end, they still have to part ways. And the next day, it's already been a week, and Naruto still did give that little speech to Inari. And the next day, it's now Naruto, well, Team 7 actually heading out without Naruto, because Naruto actually, even though he is a prodigy, doesn't mean that he's not tired. Prodigies can get tired too. Come on, guys. Anywho, Naruto is now yeah, sorry, just found a bug. Naruto wakes up now and hears the scream of Inari and his mother while brushing his teeth, and then he actually finishes up real quick and then heads out and sees the two getting attacked. And this is when Naruto's like, no you don't, and Naruto activates his Sharingan and goes in front of the two of them, standing like Goku when he comes in to save everyone. Yeah, with one shoulder at the bottom, anywho, sideways looking at them, and puts them on their genjutsu and says, you guys now will go sleep, little boys. And basically then says, okay, you guys tie them up while I go to help my team. Anywho, see you guys. And of course Inari and his mother tied them up, and Naruto's gone, and they're really grateful. And now Naruto arrives to see Sasuke actually being trapped in the ice mirrors. Tsuki was actually trapped as well, and Tazuna was left alone. And Naruto knew that this is going to be hard because he can't leave Tazuna alone. So what he does is that he creates a shadow clone. And remember, Naruto's chakra is not fully recovered yet, even after a full night of rest. Naruto leaves the clone, and he enters the battlefield, well, the ice mirrors, the area, the surface area. I'm joking. Anywho, he enters, and basically Haku can already tell who is the real threat, and he sees that it's Sasuke, because Sasuke has his Sharingan activated. Just saying, Sasuke has the Sharingan if you guys missed it, or maybe I didn't mention it, but he has the Tutomoe Sharingan. Anywho, Sasuke has it activated, and he was about to get taken out first, but what happens is that Tsuki, being the amazing woman she is, she would give up her life for both her teammates, not only for Naruto. And she goes in front of Sasuke and pushes him out of the way and takes all the needles. And Sasuke's like, why? And then she's like, we might not be the best of friends, but I still consider you as a friend. And then Naruto's like, Tsuki, no. And basically, as soon as Tsuki collapses, Naruto catches her and then looks at Haku with the Nine-Tails eyes activated. Well, not really activated. His eyes just turned into the Nine-Tails ones, and then he's like, "You'll die." And as soon as he says that, a ton of chakra spurts out from him, and it's all boiling red. And Sasuke was actually scared, and he was actually paralyzed just by the bloodlust. Even Tazuna, the clone that was protecting Tazuna, disappeared, and Naruto, with one clean sweep, he just swings his claw at one of the ice mirrors, and that was enough force to actually create a shockwave to destroy all the other ice mirrors. And then Naruto actually then finds Haku, tries to kick him. Haku dodges, but then punches him in the gut, and then another time punches him in the face and destroys his mask and catches him with his claw, puts him to the ground face first, and says, "Now you shall pay." And then as soon as he saw who he was, as soon as he saw who he was, it was Haku. He actually let go and went back to his normal state and says, "Haku, why?" And then Haku's like, "Remember yesterday's conversation? Yes, Zabuza's my precious one." And then from far away they can hear the sound of 1,000 birds, and this was Kakashi actually starting to be serious and about to kill Zabuza. And Naruto's like, if he's your precious one, I'll protect him, but this is only for this one time. After all, you nearly killed my precious one. And just saying, Naruto could tell Tsuki's not dead, but he's still pissed off. Anywho, Naruto now body flickers away to Kakashi, and he's like, wait, Kakashi sensei. And then basically he actually stops Kakashi's hand and says, wait, I have an idea. What if? And then basically Zabuza took this opportunity to actually slice up Naruto, and Haku actually took this opportunity to actually protect Naruto and create an ice wall around him and everyone. Basically then talking to Zabuza saying, please Zabuza, Naruto's my friend. And then Zabuza's like, why should I care about your friend? You're just a tool to me. And then he pushes Haku out of the way. Haku actually kind of gets startled by this. And then Naruto actually jumps out and throws a few kunais, which actually Zabuza had to dodge because they were pretty fast. And then body flickers behind him with a Rasengan ready and actually shoves it in his back and he says, how dare you hurt my friend? No, only because of you, my friend Suki got hurt. And now you're hurting my other friend, Haku. You nearly killed, because of you, even Sasuke nearly got hurt. How dare you now call Haku a freaking tool? Now, say sorry or die. And basically, Zabuza's like, why should I say sorry? And then basically Naruto gives a talk on Jutsu saying that Haku would give his life up and everything. And Zabuza then's like, alright, I understand. I'm sorry, Haku. And then Gato actually arrives and says, oh, the little kid giving an inspirational speech to the great Zabuza. How amusing. Well, this could be a good note to end on. After all, this is the last time you'll see him, kid. He's going to die here, and if you get in our way, you shall die too. And then Naruto's like, would you just say, Gato? If I recall, it's because of you Inari's like this. It's because of you his father got killed, right? And then basically Gato says, Inari, huh? I remember that kid. He was trying to kill me after I murdered his father. And Naruto's like, yeah, and now you're going to die too. And then basically Naruto was already behind him. And just saying, Sasuke was actually taking out the needles from Tsuki. She had them all on her back. On her spine and everything, arms. And basically as soon as she actually woke up, because she got a bit of rest, and Sasuke actually was bandaging her wounds, she saw Naruto killing Gato, actually using the Rasengan to actually obliterate him from out of this world. And then Naruto says, now who's next? You, or maybe you? And basically they all say, attack the kid, kill him. And basically all of them start rushing at Naruto, but they all get intercepted by two people. Two silhouettes appear in front of Naruto, and one of them is Haku and the other is Zabuza. And it's like, alright Haku, let's finish these lot. And then Haku and Zabuza tag team all of Gato's men and kill all of them one by one. And Naruto and Haku and Zabuza actually become pretty much good friends. Even Naruto helped out a bit. They became a little trio there, and Tsuki was really like gobsmacked by what Naruto just did. Like the technique that Naruto used. I mean, she wasn't gobsmacked at Naruto killing Gato, because she knows what happened with Gato, and she's like, he deserves to die, he's scum. Anywho, Sasuke was like, just how powerful is Naruto? And now, basically, you'd think Naruto would awaken the Mangekyo from seeing Tsuki get annihilated, right? But no, not yet. Anywho, because Naruto could tell Tsuki wasn't dead. Haku, even though he didn't know Haku was Haku before Haku Haku got discovered to be Haku. Yeah, I said Haku like 6 times, 7 now. Haku 8, Haku 9, Haku 10. Anywho, Naruto is now like, hey Tsuki. Sorry, sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Anywho, let me quickly go back to my script. Naruto is now telling them that they should come back to the village with them, and Haku and Zabuza at first were pretty hesitant about this, but then Kakashi is like, yeah, maybe Naruto is right. You'll be really good assets to the village, especially after what happened 12 years ago. We still don't even have as half of power as we had, and also I'm pretty sure Naruto would really love it for you guys to join the Leaf. Right, Naruto? Naruto's like, yeah, of course, I want my friend Haku to join the Leaf. And then Kakashi's like, but don't worry, Naruto, you're not off the hook either. I want to know who taught you that technique you used, and how did you learn it. And then basically, well, who taught you and when did you learn? That's what I meant. Anywho, the next few days, Kakashi was interrogating Naruto while everyone else was helping out Tazuna, well, rebuild the bridge. Anywho, Kakashi really knew a lot about Naruto, but he never knew about Naruto's techniques. And Naruto told him that he has 5 chakra natures. He has the 3-to-1 Sharingan, and also that his brother knew the Rasengan, and he got taught the Rasengan. And also he has a scroll with the flying Raijin, and he's still not learned it. He's nowhere near it. Even the past 3 years he's been trying to learn it, but he hasn't even finished the first step out of 7. Anywho, Kakashi's interesting, very interesting. Naruto, why didn't you use this kind of power in the bell test? And then Naruto's like, well, you see, I didn't think that it would be enough. And plus, even if I used my true strength in the bell test, even if I did it all on my own, it wouldn't make sense. I want to make bonds with my friends and my team. This team is like a family to me. After all, I lost my family from when I was young. I lost my mom and dad when I was born, and I lost my brother when I was 8. I don't even know how I'm still sane, but I guess one person is still keeping me sane, Tsuki. She's living with me now. And then Kakashi's like, wait, hold up, what? And basically Naruto takes this opportunity to actually bring Kakashi on his side, and basically then convinces Kakashi to convince the Hokage about Tsuki, about Tsuki living with him, since she has a toxic relationship at home, and it's not good for a kid her age, their age. Anywho, a week has passed. Naruto, Team 7, Haku, Zabuza, and Zabuza return to the village. The Hokage asks for the report, and then 2 other people walk in. It was Zabuza and Haku. They actually transformed into different people because they don't want to get, because Zabuza was known throughout the nations. Anywho, then basically the Hokage is interesting. Zabuza from one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist, and who may you be? And then Haku introduces himself, and then basically Naruto says that I convinced them to become Leaf Shinobi. Is okay with you, Gramps? And basically the third's like, of course it's alright. I mean, if you trust them, Naruto, I'm pretty sure I can trust them, right? You lot. And basically they actually kind of are scared of the third Hokage, because the third Hokage is known to be the god of shinobi of his era, and also he's pretty much like the strongest Kage out of all of them. Even at his age, he's still stronger than all the other Kage. Anywho, Team 7 this time is actually told about the Chunin exams right there, because all the other teams have already been told since they were in the village, and Naruto's pretty stoked about it, and he's like, hey Kakashi Sensei, remember our promise? And then Kakashi's like, oh yeah. Anyway, Sasuke, Haku and Zabuza, may you leave now. I need to this is not really a secret. We need to talk to the Hokage in private, please. And then basically, Haku and Zabuza have already been given Jonin rank, because Haku has a Kekkei Genkai, and I'm not going to give Naruto Ice Release because that's just too freaking powered. Anywho, I can tell that myself, even though I love making Naruto overpowered. Anywho, Kakashi explains to the Hokage, and the Hokage is like, oh, Naruto already taking initiative for your crush, huh? And Naruto's like, hey, listen, you can't say that. This is just because I want to help Tsuki. She's not my crush. And Tsuki's like, oh yeah, I shouldn't get my hopes up with Naruto either. I don't deserve him. He's way out of my league. And then Naruto's like, and plus she's way out of my league. There's no way, even if I was crushing on her, she'd never be my girlfriend or anything to. She wouldn't even want anything to do with me. Well, relationship wise. Anywho, Tsuki's like, no, that's not true. God damn it! And basically, anywho, now they're finished. The Hokage says alright, and basically after Tsuki goes to her new home, Naruto says, hey Tsuki, wanna go get your clothes? And Tsuki's like, I'd rather buy new ones. I don't really like the ones my father made me wear. And Naruto's like, oh yeah, sure, but then we have to begin our training, you know that, right? We have the Chunin exams coming up. And Tsuki's like, yeah, I'm going to show my siblings that I will become a Chunin before them, and I'll beat them in the Chunin exams. And Naruto's really happy for Tsuki because she's actually gaining her she's actually gaining a lot of confidence. As I was saying in the last part, Tsuki is really shy and everything, and she's not confident at all. Yeah, sorry guys. She's not confident at all, and she lost all her confidence as a kid because of her not being a prodigy like her siblings. Even Hanabi's a prodigy, to be honest. And Hanabi, after hearing the news, was really sad, and she always wanted to go visit her older sister. Even the maid, you know, the Hyuga maid, she was like, alright, I'll take you there. And basically Tsuki was really happy to see Hanabi, but Naruto was like, who's this? And then basically Tsuki says, oh, she's my younger sister. And Naruto's like, wait, so there's 3 of yous now, huh? I never knew that. And Tsuki's like, yeah, because I never told you. And Naruto's like, oh yeah. Anywho, take your time, we can begin our training tomorrow if you want. And Tsuki's like, no, it's fine. And then basically asks Hanabi to leave now because she needs to train to enter the Chunin exams. And Hanabi wishes her luck and says, you better win for me. And basically Tsuki's like, I promise you I will try my best. And Naruto's like, no, what she meant is that she will become Chunin. That's what she meant, not try her best. She will pass, don't worry Hanabi, I'll make sure of that. I'll train your sister to an extent that she will be hating me. And Tsuki's like, wait, what? No, please allow it. And basically, anywho, they begin their training. They have 2 weeks there, and Naruto and Tsuki actually gain a lot of experience. Naruto wasn't really as good as Tsuki in Taijutsu, if you think of it, because of Tsuki's just affinity for it, especially because of being a Hyuga. Naruto's more related. Well, Naruto is better than Tsuki, way better than Tsuki in Genjutsu, especially ocular Genjutsu. Why am I getting messages? Also, Tsuki has improved a lot. She's actually found out that she has 3 chakra natures. So really, they're actually the same as Naruto's ones. Well, Naruto has all 5, so of course. But Naruto had those 3 when he first began to, and they were pretty stoked about it. Tsuki has wind, water, and lightning. And Naruto has taught her a lot of techniques. For example, the water shockwave, the lightning stream, the lightning bullet, the lightning clone, the shadow clone jutsu, also the water dragon jutsu. And for wind, he taught her the wind gale palm, also the wind hurricane, the wind tornado. There are a lot of other techniques that she learned, which I'm not going to mention here. Anywho, now the Chunin exam begins. Here, the Chunin exams on the day, of course, they still do encounter Kankuro because of Konohamaru, but this time it's not Sakura scaring Konohamaru. Konohamaru's really just happy and just walking around, and then just bumps into Kankuro just coincidentally. And Kankuro's like, how dare you? And then Naruto's like, hey you, let him go. And Kankuro's like, why should I? And then Naruto's like, unless you want to start a war between villages. And Kankuro's like, what do you mean? What's this kid gonna do? If we kill this kid, he's irrelevant. There won't be much problem, is there? And then Temura is like, oh my god. And then Naruto's like, you really want to kill the 3rd Hokage's grandson? Go ahead. After you do, I'll murder you, your teammates, and then I'll start a war against your village. How about that? I dare you touch him one more time. And then Kanko got really scared after hearing the third Hokage's grandson. He lets him go straight away and apologizes, and Naruto's like, alright, it's fine. I kinda went overboard too, sorry. Anywho, the next day they start their exam, and of course they get put in the Genjutsu, but this time Tsuki was the one who released it. And then Rock Lee still challenges Sasuke to a fight, and Sasuke accepts. This time Sasuke does way better because Sasuke has been training way harder, and he's actually been implementing weight training himself, which Naruto has actually recommended, and Sasuke actually listened to it because Naruto has done it before, still does it. Something that you guys don't know, I haven't mentioned in the last part. Naruto does weight training, train with weights, not like literally lifting. He just trains with weights. Anywho, even Tsuki does it, and Sasuke paired up really well until Lee was about to take his weights off. And just saying, Lee was just a bit faster, not too fast, but still kind of confused Sasuke, even with the Sharingan. Just saying, Sasuke actually is really close to awakening the free Tomoe Sharingan. He hasn't awakened it yet, but he just needs a bit more experience with it, and there, boom. Anywho, Guy Sensei still comes and says, hey Lee, stop fighting. And basically Sakura was going ballistic over basically Sasuke, but then sees that Tsuki says, hey Sasuke, you okay? And Naruto says, hey, yeah bro, you're right. And she goes ballistic over her because she's pissed. She's like, how dare you talk to Sasuke? And basically she was about to slap her just because and then even Naruto and Sasuke kind of got pissed because why is she being a Karen? And then Naruto catches the slap and says, who do you think you are, trying to slap Tsuki, huh? What did she do? What did she ever do to you? And then basically Sakura's like, you get out of my way. And then Naruto's like, alright, I'll get out of my way. If you want to fight Tsuki, don't blame me if you die. And then Tsuki's like, hey Naruto, it's fine, just let her be. And then Naruto's like, Tsuki, how about you teach her a lesson in a fight once we go into the Chunin exams, right? And Tsuki's like, oh, okay. And anywho, the written exam begins. Naruto passes with flying colors. Remember, he's a prodigy. He's a lot like Minato. I'm joking. Naruto is a prodigy, but I'm joking. I did say Naruto's a prodigy, but he's not. I was just trying to take the piss. Anywho, Naruto's really not the prodigy here. It was his brother, but he was just a really hard worker. Even though a lot of people think he's a prodigy, Naruto just lets them think that he is, but in reality, he's really not. He just had to work his whole life for this power. And the true prodigy out of Team 7 is just probably Sasuke, even though Tsuki is actually a prodigy, just that she hasn't met her potential yet. And she's a bit slow at times, and you could call her like she just scrapes the level of a prodigy. She learns real fast once she understands thoroughly, so you need to explain it quite a few times, but once you do, she learns it in an instant. While Naruto, he understands it the first try, but the first time he hears something, but he takes a while to actually master. While Sasuke, he hears it the first time, understands it straight away, does it straight away, boom boom. Anywho, Naruto is actually able to seem like a Minato because he actually broke the record since he's been studying quite a bit. Remember, Tsuki is amazing at studies, and Naruto was actually alright at it. And now that Tsuki lived with him, Tsuki never let him go. And she's like, you have to study, Naruto. You have to know every single thing. Remember, being a ninja doesn't mean only having power. You have to have knowledge, understand. And Naruto's like, yes, miss, I understand. And basically, Tsuki's like the boss of the house now, even though Naruto owns it. He's like, god damn it, what's going on? Anywho, so Hinata actually does meet Tsuki, and she's like, scum like you shouldn't even look at me. How dare you leave the Hyuga compound to live with this rat? And Naruto's like, this rat taught her quite well. Much better than her father, that's for sure. And Hinata's like, are you trying to pick a fight against me again, Naruto Uzumaki? And Naruto's like, oh, you're calling me by my name now, huh? I thought I was a rat. Anywho, Naruto kind of pissed off Hinata anyways. Now, after the first exam, Tsuki actually passes with flying colors. She actually comes second. So, the old two first and second place holders actually became third and fourth holders. Anywho, Naruto, Tsuki are actually first and second, while Sasuke actually came pretty much like top 10. Even though he wasn't the best, I'm joking. Sasuke just did averagely because he's a prodigy at ninjutsu and everything, taijutsu, but really not at studies. Anywho, now the second exam begins. The forest of death is a lot different. Tsuki was actually kind of worried, but then Naruto reassured her and said, "Tsuki, remember, you always have to be confident. Understand?" And basically, here Naruto never really goes for his business, and once the exams begins, he stays with his team, and this time they actually meet Orochimaru all together. Orochimaru gives off his bloodlust. The only one to really get paralyzed is Sasuke. Tsuki might seem the type of girl who has no confidence, but she's really resilient, and she isn't scared of Orochimaru. She's ready to fight, activates her Byakugan, and she's like, alright, who's going to fight? And then Naruto snaps Sasuke out of it and said, Sasuke, get ready, we have to fight him. He has a scroll, we'll take her away from him. He thinks he can beat all three of us together. Anywho, Naruto, Sasuke and Tsuki do the Vanguard technique, Vanguard plan again. And this time it does not work. Tsuki and Naruto, which Orochimaru really didn't care about. Orochimaru doesn't even know Naruto's an Uchiha. Blows both of them away and then bites Sasuke, which Naruto was not expecting. And then Sasuke started screaming, and a mark appeared a red mark appeared on his neck and then turned black, and then Sasuke fell to the ground. Naruto's like, how dare you, and activates his Sharingan now. And Tsuki being pretty pissed as well because her friend got kind of annihilated. They both tag team Orochimaru, and Orochimaru blows Tsuki away because he believes Tsuki is pretty dangerous, and then sees that Naruto has the Sharingan, something that he didn't notice straight away. He's like, wait, what the hell? How does he have the Sharingan? I thought Sasuke was the only one. But then Naruto, seeing Tsuki get blown away, actually lets out a roar, and his chakra starts boiling again, and he's in his just chroma cloak, no tail or anything. It was just the one that he used against Orochimaru in the original. Against Haku. Anywho, did he even use it? I don't think he did. But it was just the cloak that everyone pretty much had in the War Arc, just without a tail. Anywho, Naruto was actually kind of annihilating Orochimaru. He actually punched Orochimaru in the gut, and Orochimaru actually vomited out the scroll. Naruto caught it, and then Orochimaru's like, you're a pest, I'll take you too. And basically, he tries to bite Naruto, but he can't bite through the chakra for some reason. And Naruto's like, get away from me. And basically, he rules one more time, a battle cry. And then basically what he does is that he does a Vermilion Rasengan, which actually hits Orochimaru right in the chest, and the explosion is so massive it blows Orochimaru away. And Orochimaru really knew that Naruto is in a way better state than him right now, especially because this body cannot handle Naruto yet, because he's already starting to disintegrate. He escapes, and Naruto's like, God damn you, should have killed you when I had the chance to. And now he picks up Tsuki. And Tsuki then said, I'm alright, it's fine, it's just a bit of wounds. And then Naruto's like, alright, let me bandage him up. And then basically they go to Sasuke, who's received the least amount of wounds, just one bite. And he's like, wait, why did he bite him? And then sees this curse mark. He doesn't know if it's a curse mark or not. He doesn't even know what a curse mark is. He's just like, it's just a mark, I'm not sure what it is, but it is what it is. They take Sasuke and they actually go and towards the tower, and before they actually arrive at the tower, they get attacked by the Sound Trio. And Naruto then tells Tsuki, hey Tsuki, carry Sasuke to safety while I take these three on. You guys go to the tower, I'll reach you there. And Tsuki's like, wait, no, I can't. And Naruto's like, Tsuki, please. and Tsuki was about to go, but then Sasuke actually wakes up, pushes Tsuki to the floor, and Tsuki stands up and says, "Hey, what the hell?" And basically then sees that Sasuke is covered in markings, and Naruto's like, "What?" And Sasuke attacks the three, kind of annihilates all three of them, and breaks one of their arms, and then he's like, "Go away." And basically they give up their scroll, and Naruto's like, "We really don't need it, take it and leave." And basically once they left, Naruto actually knocked out Sasuke and took him to the tower, and of course they Naruto and Tsuki figure out what the two stones meant, heaven and earth. They have to open the scroll or whatever, and Iruka Sensei popped out and poofed out, and then Naruto explained that Sasuke is in a bad condition, that this guy bit him, and now he has this mark which actually spread around his body and everything. And basically they take him to Kakashi seals her away as usual, and it was that weak seal. It wasn't really a weak seal, it was just a seal that it depends on if the users the guy that has it or the woman that has it on them, if their will is strong enough, the seal will become even stronger, but if their will is weak, the seal will become weak. So the seal depends on its owner's will. Anywho, now Sasuke goes off and rests for the next 5 days. Tsuki and Naruto actually kind of go shopping because Tsuki needs new clothes. Anywho, now the preliminaries begin. Here the preliminaries are much different. Tsuki is actually put up against Neji. Neji says, "Tsuki, you shall receive punishment for leaving the Hyuga compound. You traitor. You will see that you leaving the compound for this fool was a mistake. You should have just stayed and got stronger there. Now you shall see pain." And basically they start the fight, and Tsuki is actually obliterating Neji until Neji uses the 64 pounds, which Tsuki was actually learning on her own, and she was really close to mastering it, but she didn't want to use it in a fight because she wasn't good at it yet. But in the end Tsuki lost, and Neji was about to kill Tsuki, and Naruto's like, "No, you don't." And basically what he does is that he appears in front of Neji, and what he does is that he blows him away with one punch, and One Punch Man style, I'm joking. He just does one punch to the gut. It was just like what Gohan did to Super Buu in Dragon Ball Z. If you guys watched that, you know. If you know, you know. Anywho, I watched it a long time ago, like when I was 6 or 7. And I don't care. Anywho, now Neji was like, "Who do you think you are? You got a lucky shot. I wasn't ready." And basically Naruto's like, "Is that why you're about to hit me, right?" And and then Neji's that sharp kid, and then Naruto basically takes Tsuki and brings her to the stand. Tsuki is in critical state, and Naruto wants to take her to the hospital, but they don't allow him because he still didn't have his fight, and another person takes her. Anywho, now a few more fights go by, and of course Ino and Sakura still draw, and it's Sasuke's fight. Sasuke wins against that random shinobi. Then it's Kabuto. Kabuto actually wins, but against the sound shinobi this time, because usually Kabuto actually gave up here. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember. Anywho, it's fine. Like, these fights are irrelevant. The only good ones were the release, Naruto's. Well, Naruto's only because we learned that if you take shit, you pretty much win anything. Anywho, and I allow it. Anywho, Lee's fight goes the same, gets crushed, and the guy Sensei saves him. And Naruto's like, "That one is dangerous, I can tell." And Temari wins, Shikamaru wins, Choji loses, unfortunately. He's a sound guy that Shino would have to verse. Shino wins, and now it's Naruto's fight. Naruto's left for last against Hinata, and Hinata says, "Finally I get to fight you and beat you to a pulp." And just saying, Shino is actually pretty good friends with Naruto. Naruto's still friends with him. Hinata is just that one prick. Anywho, Naruto is getting cheered on by quite a few people. Sasuke's like, "Naruto, if you lose, you better not lose, you loser." And then basically Shikamaru's like, go on Naruto, you got this. Choji's like, you do your best, and Ino's like, you, come on Naruto, I believe in you, and whatever. Everyone's like, oh, we believe in you, blah blah blah. But of course Shino's really can't really say anything. He's like, just good luck, and may the best one win. Anywho, the fight begins, and Naruto is actually body flickering around body flickering around Hinata, and Hinata's like, what the hell, what are you doing? And basically Naruto looked like he was actually teleporting instead of actually body flickering, and Kakashi was like, this kid, he's just like his older brother. Shisui is a teleporter. He will become a really good, he will become a deadly ninja in the future if he keeps training like this. And basically Naruto was actually showing that, pretty much showing off at this point. And then he's like, alright, let's begin our fight. I had my warm up, and they start off with taijutsu, which Naruto can actually already keep he's on par with Hinata. And Naruto's like, I gotta end this quick, I need to go see Tsuki in the hospital. And basically now Naruto wants to end it quick, and what he does is that he actually uppercuts Hinata. Hinata wasn't expecting it, even though she has her Byakugan activated, but she recovers quick. And then Naruto, what he does is that he actually body flickers behind her, and Hinata looks back, and Naruto has a Rasengan ready and shoves it in her face, and Hinata is pretty much reduced to smithereens. I'm joking, she's not killed. Hinata is pretty much destroyed. She is not in a critical state, because Naruto didn't add too much chakra to it. She still needed medical care, medical treatment, but still, anyone needs that. Naruto then says, anyway, I won, bye. And just saying, Neji, I'll show you the hard work is much better than a natural talent. Because remember, all the Hyuga are pretty much natural talents. Even Hinata now is. Anywho, Naruto goes to the hospital, says hello to Tsuki, and then Tsuki's like, did you win? And Naruto's like, of course. And she's like, who did you verse? And Naruto's like, I versed your sister. And Tsuki's like, wait, what? And Naruto's like, wait, is that a reaction of you being in disbelief that I beat her? And Tsuki's like, no, it's just that it's so ironic. You guys had beef anyway. Anywho, Naruto still, in the end, still goes to visit Lee. He's not the best of friends with Lee, but still, it was pretty sad for Lee. Lee said, Naruto came in and said, hey Lee, I'll get revenge for you too. I'll beat that Gaara guy, and I'll show him that you deserve better, and and basically whatever. He just motivates Lee, because Lee was told that he might not be able to become remain as a ninja anymore. But then Naruto encouraged him, saying that, Lee, don't worry, you can still be a ninja. It doesn't matter. I'll find a way for you to recover. Don't worry. And Lee's like, thank you, Naruto. And then he's like, Lee actually apologizes on the behalf of Neji. Remember, Tenten lost as well. He apologizes on behalf of Neji for being so cocky, and even Tenten apologizes to him, because she thought that Neji did a good fit, was doing really well in beating Tsuki, but then once he was about to kill her, she clearly saw that Neji wasn't in the right. Anywho, and they both asked Naruto to actually beat him after this 1 month training, to show that to change his ways. And Naruto promises them, don't worry, I'll do my best, I'll change his ways, I'll show him the way and I'll show him that prodigies aren't always right. Anywho, everyone thinks that Naruto will lose to Neji, because Neji is pretty much the strongest Hyuga, because Neji beat Tsuki, Hinata. Anywho, Neji was pretty much the strongest, right? And now Naruto begins his 1 month training. Of course, it goes a bit similar like my old what ifs. He meditates, and here what happens is that he meditates so hard is that he actually goes straight into his mind, and he's confused. He's like, where am I? Never seen this place in my life. What's going on? This is kind of dodgy. And then Naruto comes face to face to the Nine Tails, who's behind the cage, and he's like, so you must be the infamous Nine Tails, right? And the Kuromo's that, What do you want, kid? And Naruto turns on his Sharingan and says, you, stay at bay from now on. You always try to take control over me. Every time you give me chakra, don't you? I can tell. I can feel it. So, stop this. You're not gonna get anywhere. And then Naruto laughs and says, do you really think I'm going to stop? Do you think I'm going to obey a kid like you? Do you now? And Naruto's like, damn you. Just go back to sleep, you damn fox. And then Naruto starts laughing, saying, you're just scared, aren't you, kid? And Naruto says, shut up already. And leaves, then wakes up and realizes he's pretty hungry. Goes down the hill, then goes to get some ramen, but bumps into this one guy who's perving into the woman's bathhouse. Naruto's like, yeah, I don't want to get involved with him. I just don't want to. Anywho, Naruto was about to walk past him, but Jiraiya looks at him and says, hold up. Are you perhaps Naruto Uzumaki? Naruto replies by saying, yeah, what do you need? And then Jiraiya's like, would you want to learn some jutsus from me? And Naruto's like, I'm not sure an old perv like you could teach me anything, to be honest. So, no thanks. Thank you though. And Jiraiya's like, do you even know who I am, Naruto boy? And Naruto's like, not sure, to be honest. I've never really seen you. Wait. Spiky, long white hair, weird clothing, red and green, markings underneath your eyes. Wait, are you the legendary Chunin Jiraiya? And Jiraiya's like, oh, so you did hear about me, haven't you? And Naruto's like, I've read so many books about you, and older brother Itachi's always talked about you, saying that you're an amazing shinobi. Whoa, I finally get to meet you. And basically, Jiraiya's like, so you are Shisui's younger brother, aren't you? And no one's really hearing this, just saying, because like, they don't really care. There are a ton of people in the village, and them talking doesn't make too much noise. Anyways, Jiraiya says, so, would you want to become a student, Naruto? Naruto says, hell yeah, of course I want to become your student. And then Jiraiya's like, alright then. If you can find me by the end of today, but by sunset, you can become my student. And then Jiraiya body flicks away, and Naruto's like, alright then, I got this. He makes a few clones, a ton of clones to be honest. He actually like blocks everyone's way, and they're like, get out of the way, you damn demon. And then Naruto body flickers away with the clones, and not even 10 minutes in, and Naruto finds Jiraiya, and then Naruto says, can we begin? And then Jiraiya's like, so you're just like a Shisui, aren't you? And then basically then, I said then too many times, Jiraiya then said, how about we get something to eat first, and we can begin our training afterwards. How about that, Naruto? Then Naruto's like, is it your treat? And Jiraiya's like, my treat. Alright, let's go. Anywho, Naruto gets treated to ramen and he's pretty gassed. Anywho, now they begin their training. Naruto spends the next 2 weeks actually mastering the summoning jutsu. Remember, he's not a prodigy, yeah? And it took him a while because remember, he was stubborn and he didn't want to ask the Ninetales for help. Remember, he said, never give me your chakra again. And then basically Jiraiya decided, how about we try this? I'm sure you know what's inside of you, right, Naruto? And Naruto got picked up by Jiraiya, and Naruto's like, please, Jiraiya Sensei, don't tell me you're about to do what I think you are. Please, Jiraiya Sensei, I beg. And basically he gets thrown down, and Jiraiya says, if you don't ask for the Naruto's chakra, you will die, Naruto. So it's your choice. And Naruto's like, God damn, what am I meant to do? And basically he's like, alright then, hey you damned fox, give me your chakra. And then Kuroma's like, what, I should give you my chakra after what you said the other day? I don't need you, I don't really need you, you can die for all I care. And Naruto's like, really? So you want to wait another 10 decades or something to regenerate? Don't you think you should, do you really think I'm that stupid? And the Naruto's like, damn you kid. And then he gives Naruto chakra. Anywho, Naruto was able to summon Gamabunta. It took him 2 weeks, but during these 2 weeks, he's not only been training to use the summoning jutsu, but also training in perfecting his chakra control and actually adding a chakra ratio to the Rasengan. Yes, Naruto has started that training with Jiraiya, and Jiraiya has actually mastered it. Naruto gave him a few ideas of what he wanted to do, like a Rasen Shuriken, and Jiraiya has been able to do it. Naruto's really jealous, and after he actually mastered the summoning jutsu, became Gamabunta's, well, employee, you know how he calls him boss. Anywho, Naruto begins his training, and all he's able to do is a vanishing Rasengan. That's it. Even though he's pretty freaking overpowered. By the end of the 2 months, Tsuki actually gets dispatched or dismissed or whatever. She's out of the hospital and she's heading home until when she walks in, she's greeted by Naruto cooking dinner and says, "Sorry, I couldn't go pick you up. I was cooking for you." And Tsuki's like, "Wait, you're really cooking for me?" And Naruto's like, "And also, I'm sorry for not visiting you. I've been training with Master Jiraiya." And Tsuki's like, "Wait, what? The legendary Sani?" And Naruto's like, "Yeah, you can meet him one of these days." Anywho, let's eat now. Anywho, that's where I'm gonna end it off. I hope you all enjoyed it. This was the King of Weebs there. Please subscribe to Miniman123 and Ratreet. Follow Shokiro on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Also, join my Discord server, link in the description below. Also, if you go to my community posts, you can ask questions for the Q&A. I want a 10-minute Q&A anyways. And also, you can go to Discord and you'll find a channel there in the community channels. Anywho, if you need help, you can ask one of the mods to show you where the channel is. They'll just hashtag it, and you guys can go ask as many questions as you want. And hope you all enjoyed. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weebs there, and peace.